Wow. Well, one of my favorite things to do spring, summer, and fall is fish smallmouth bass. And it is a beautiful morning in the North Country here, and I got a chunker on to start us out. It's spot lock on my Ultrex. Beautiful smallmouth to start us out. Wow, look at that. Oh man, that is awesome. Today's segment, we're talking about throwing swim baits, a couple different sizes and colors, and how to rig them, and how to catch big smallmouth bass. That's a storm largo shad right there. Albino shad color, rigged on a VMC hybrid swim bait jig head. Beautiful smallmouth to start us out. Awesome. Wow. Oh, another nice smallmouth. They're starting out with some big ones this morning. You can see there's a little bit of current wrapping around this exposed rock here, and you know, if you're fishing a lake or a river system, if there's some water flow just because of the system you're on, or if you've got it because of the wind blowing, deadly to just kind of wrap a swim bait around the corners of that eddy or that current break, because you'll have predators waiting in ambush positions for bait fish. You know, we don't have a lot of wind at all today, and I'm sure if we had more wind, that these smallmouth would be setting up and chomping on bait fish that are getting bounced around on the rocks or blown by the edges of where these fish are holding and hiding. Just an average size one there, but a dandy chunk. I mean, absolutely thumped that largo shad. Cool. This is a VMC hybrid swim bait jig, 3D holographic eye, 60-degree line tie, and this cool little screw keeper here. So you just take your largo shad and just roll it around and screw it right up on that keeper until it's snug on the jig head. And then it's got the slit both up above and down below for you to run the hook through. Just run around there straight. You can have the hook exposed here. Don't have a lot of weeds to deal with. And cool little bait, comes in a 3 and a 4-inch size, 16 great colors, and rigged on that hybrid swim bait jig, ideal for smallmouth. Nice little bonus fish here. Walleye on a little swim bait. Nice fish. Yeah, the hook popped out. Look at that. That's a nice chunk there. And you know, we catch lots of walleyes on largo shads. It's a deadly bait. There's a lot of great colors for walleyes. I love the perch pattern. We rig them typically on a different head than that VMC hybrid swim jig that you see on, you know, that we're using for bass. I like to put the largo shad on either a VMC neon moon eye or a sleek jig. It adds a little color to the presentation, which I think makes a difference for walleyes. And typically, instead of fishing with an up-down retrieve like that all season long, whenever walleyes are shallow, I'll do a slow, steady retrieve and actually kind of drag it or hop it along the bottom, just like you would with a jig and minnow presentation. One of the nice benefits of fishing soft plastic instead of a minnow is a lot more durable. You know, shiners will tear off the hook right away, but pretty slick deal. Catch a nice walleye like that while bass fishing. Once the summer feeding period starts, I fish these small swim baits for smallmouth with a slow up-down cadence on my rod tip and just slowly picking up the extra slack. I find that retrieve, especially in clear water lakes, you know, smallies feeding on smelt, shiners, shad, they typically are chasing up and down on the water column, and that retrieve triggers a lot more bites than a slow, steady retrieve does. In the spring of the year when smallies are shallow, or on, you know, pre and post spawn gravel bars and shorelines, a slow, steady retrieve or even dragging works great. But this retrieve, midsummer through fall, is deadly with those little swim baits, and especially this largo shad. There's a big one here. Oh my gosh, a big northern pike. That's cool. Well, that slow, steady cadence works great for smallmouth, but also run into some walleyes from time to time, and northern pike. Wow, too cool. I'll tell you what, Suffolk's Advanced Fluorocarbon, he's got that right top lip. The line's not in his teeth, that's good, but yeah, that's a big northern, wow. What a beautiful fish. See if I can turn him this way and grab him. I'm gonna go to the back of the boat. Come here, you. Oh man, what a fish. That is awesome on that light tackle. And I'll tell you what, Suffolk's Advanced Fluorocarbon, that was in his teeth a couple times. It's all chewed up. Just 12-pound line and this big old northern pike. What a dandy fish. And what an awesome way to end this segment. We've caught a ton of smallmouth today on these Storm Largo shads, and hopefully you've learned a lot about fishing swim baits for bass, and hey, why not a big North Country northern pike to wrap it up. Awesome time today. I'd like to thank my producer, Jason Lund. Having a great time on the water today. I'm Roger Cormier. We'll be right back with more Midwest Outdoors. Ooh, what a brute.